Hey guys, I'm back. It's Mr. Kukowski, and last week I dropped a video on the recent update for ideologies. And since then, I've been looking over the images ecstatically, waiting for any new content to drop. So, as no new content has dropped, we don't really know what's going to be happening or what else is coming up with the update. Now, we've heard rumours about certain stuff, but not a lot. But, as I was looking over the images, there were a few things that I noticed that looked quite interesting, to be honest. So, this video is just me and my theories into what I believe that they're possibly going to be bringing out. They're quite big changes, so take a lot of this with a pinch of salt, and I possibly believe, quite confidently, that they will bring all of this out in future updates and future DLCs. Judged by what I've seen in the background of these images, and just stuff that doesn't make a lot of sense, and a couple of these are definitely coming out in this update. But first of all, the first one. We've been seeing throughout these images quite a bit. Random cars littered everywhere. Here we've even got a car engine. In another one you have another car engine decal, and just lots of broken cars for no reason. Now, I can't understand why they would go to that effort of drawing up the art for vehicles to then not bring vehicles out as a usable thing for pawns. Now, it seems like a natural evolution for the game to bring out vehicles to travel across large areas of the map much quicker and within maps. Now, it may be a possibility that they'll work like caravans and it will be off map, but I believe, possibly not in this update, but in the next one, that they may be bringing out animals that are usable and rideable, and also vehicles. Like, to further go along with this point, here we have a broken down car. But if I go further ahead, we've got tank stoppers. I can't remember what they're called, but they're specifically made for stopping tanks. We have new possible vehicles all scattered across here. And it just seems that they're getting stuff in place and ready for us to get more comfortable with vehicles in game, to eventually bring out vehicles. We already know that they've spoken to certain mod creators when it comes to certain features they're bringing out, but if they possibly have spoken to SRTS, we could see personal shuttles, personal cars, and personal offensive vehicles, which I feel like could change up the entire way base design works, and as a natural development of the game, would be something I would be quite happy to see, and very much happy to pay for. But that's my first theory. I believe vehicles will be coming out either very unlikely in this update, but almost definitely in the next DLC, along with rideable animals and possibly offensive vehicles. But the next thing that we know is possibly happening that I've noticed, something called biosculpting. Now, I don't know what biosculpting is, but you can already see in this, there's going to be pawn customization. We already know that beards are going to be based around cultures. They brought that out in the first content drop, but possibly hair, beards, skin color, certain features, the size of pawns will all be edited in these things called biosculptors. Now, this may just be related to transhuman stuff and adding in further augments and possibly new upgrades to your pawns. Like we see, they've got lots of metal on them in this shots, possibly AI persona cores that they've got a load of here, but I don't know. We don't know what these are either yet, and it just seems like we may be getting more and more customization. We know already that they're bringing out, where is it? It's in this one. They're bringing out customization to your marriage names. So I believe in this update that they are definitely going to bring out pawn customization, going further than just hairstyles and beard styles, to further allow us to change everything about our pawns and create the perfect colony that we've always wanted. The next bit, I can stay on this image, which is even more interesting. Here we have all the ideologies of the map, and they've actually got their local faction symbols. Now, in the 1.3 update, they allowed us to increase the amount of factions that there can be on the map. So, obviously, you'll see multiple of these symbols in different colours for different ideologies, ascertaining to those kinds of actual factions. But here, we have the archotechnic fialtism. So, we know that the Empire, the fallen empires, follow this kind of archotech belief already, and they have that level of technology. But we also have interstellar fidelism, with no symbol next to it. Now, I don't understand why they would add in another extra ideology that has no faction on the map, unless they're possibly bringing out a non-Fallen Empire Archotech faction. Possibly the faction we see here, with their broken Archotech stuff. I don't believe this is the Fallen Empire stuff, and that this is possibly a new enemy who have their own custom turrets, their own broken down vehicles, their own custom engines that we may not be able to build, their own kind of defences, and what seems to be surface-to-air missiles. I don't know. It's just another possible theory that they're possibly going to bring out a new space-based faction who uses Archotech, who aren't crashed on our planet like the Fallen Empire refugees. I don't know. May come out this update. And the last thing that I have noticed is the holiday. Now, we saw the Christmas image before, where people are celebrating this ritual, which will be linked into our cultures. But we know that in Rimworld, you have 4 seasons. So possibly, they may bring out 4 solstice holidays. And these holidays will bring mood boosts, certain rituals will be based on around certain cultures, and add even more kind of flair to the game. But I don't know. I definitely do believe, though, in the future, that they will have to bring around vehicles at some point. Like, there isn't enough use for things like gasoline, other than your jump packs, chem reactors. But who uses them? I don't like them. And what's the other thing? Oh, and also your drop pods, which is another vehicle we already have in the game. We already have access to them. We just can't own them currently. So I don't know. There's more content to come. I think there'll be a content drop tomorrow, I guess, because the last one came out Sunday at 8 PM for me. But we'll just have to wait and see. But if you guys believe any of the same, or you agree with anything I was saying, post down in the comments, and I'll reply to each comment. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. See you next time.